Hey chat, guys, I don't know. I still don't have a fan name. First off, I just want to say that this may be a little heavier. I'm going to try to say more of how I feel in this video. So click off if you're not in like a good headspace. Today, I actually the last couple of days I just been having like a lot of negative thoughts, I guess. I feel like I'm really pushing myself, but I don't know what for, kind of. And that all culminated into after my class today, I went to like the library like I normally do because I have like 2 hours in between classes where I normally like get work done. And I opened up my laptop and I just wanted to break down. I just couldn't focus. It felt like my mind was racing and I couldn't like follow my thoughts, but I just felt sad. So I opened up a Google document and just started typing. And these are those thoughts. So I'm doing a little better already, but this is kind of how my thinking is whenever I get in one of these episodes. So yeah. I guess I'm just going to kind of talk about it. The issue that I was having is I don't know what I really want out of life, which like seems like a really broad and hard question. But it's like I have no it's not like I'm, thinking like, "Oh, what do I want to do with the rest of my life?" Or like, "What do I want to dedicate like 60, 70 years to?" No, it's like literally just like what's something that I can work on long term. Like I just have no projects that feel fulfilling, I guess. It's like everything is super monotonous. And I thought that YouTube was going to be that. And I think it is. It's just my focus is changing a lot. And whenever I do have those like sparks of joy or passion, I focus too much on it and I get a lot of like self doubt and hatred. I don't know. It's like I open a project, start, recording something, and then I'm like, oh, this is really good. And then within like cut to 2 hours, and I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. Nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to make it. What are you doing, Soul? And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a break, come back when I'm fresh. I listen to it again, and I'm like, if this is the best I can do, like it's just like why would it be entertaining? Like it feels so subpar, you know? And then I'm like, okay, well I'll just fix it. And it just doesn't get to where I want it to be. And I don't know. And then as I spend all this time trying to fix it, I get really swamped down by like, okay, you gotta do something, so like you can't just like spend a month not posting, you know? So then I like release something else that I put way less effort in and like, either it does well or nothing happens. Like I want my channel to have some sort of purpose other than just entertainment. Like mindless entertainment. I want people to watch my content and think just a little more while also being entertained. And I like hide a lot of some of the projects that I want to do or just like I don't know, like covers because I'm like it's not going to do well. It's not good enough. You can do better, Soul. But I know, like, people still watch anyway, and I can't, like, control whether people click on a video or not. It is their decision, the algorithm's decision, just so many factors I cannot take into account. But I just, pressure myself so much. I make it seem like if something doesn't do well, it is my fault, which is just not true. It's a mix of, sure, some of it is what I do. Like if I just post like a terrible video of like paint drying on a wall and title it, please ignore this or something, like it's not going to get that many views. And people are not going to engage with it. They're going to be like, are you okay? You're going to be like, okay, Soul has lost it. Great, now I can't use that idea anymore because people will be like, oh, Soul has a mental breakdown. But, it's like there's other aspects. Like it's not just what I do. I feel like a lot of what YouTube has been for me was like trying to grow a community and find people who will like accept me, because I grew up in a small town, and I've been vocal about this in the past where it's like I wanted to find people where it's like, okay, it's okay to exist, and not feel so isolated. But I find myself holding back a lot on things. Like I said, when it's like I don't post things because I just like get in my head, and I kind of like put myself down in a way to not do projects. It's like I have a really cool idea of like I don't know, analyzing femboy stereotypes and if they're helpful or harmful. Or trying to think of like other topics I was talking about. Is it morally okay to lie in therapy? Or I don't know, certain like psychology experiments I find interesting, or games that I find really compelling in how they show their message. But I always like find a way to make it so I don't do it. Either I tell myself that whatever I'm going to try and argue is like stupid and has flaws or is unsound, or I'm not going to be able to convey it in a way that's good enough. And even then, I'm not going to record it or even type it because I'm lazy. And then I'm never going to edit it. And it just gets into this like thing where my brain makes excuses to not do it. And it's not because I don't want to do it. Like, these are the things that I think about a lot. But I think it's just my brain's way of making it so I don't fail. If I never, you know, if I never make the project, then I can't fail it. Obviously, it's like a safety mechanism. It's like anxiety type things of like, if you never socially engage, then you can't embarrass yourself. Well, obviously, then you're not going to be social. And it's like, you gotta overcome that. And I know, like, even if I mess up or I write terrible scripts, which I will, like, that's just going to make it so I do things better the next time. But then it's like, I feel like I'm wasting my time on these subjects, which is just another excuse. And if I'm being honest, if I didn't improve, that would be worse. Can't just like keep making excuses for being so passive in everything that I do. It's like I wake up, I go to school, I do, a small bit of work, and that's really it. I don't like, I've never had that like grinding, mindset for anything. Like not even hobbies. I just kind of like exist. It's like wait for life to happen to me. And it it makes me mad at myself. It's like do something. In this Google document, one quote that stands out for me now that I'm looking at it again is there's a line here that just says, "Your main issue is you don't let yourself fail. You berate yourself before you can try so you don't disappoint yourself. You're afraid you're not up to the task. You're no leader, so change, become one." When I started this document, the first thing that I wrote down was just a simple question of what do you want? Because this question has been plaguing my life, where it's like I felt so purposeless. I finished off my document with this paragraph of responding to the question. And it's, I know that I'm alone. No one will know my story like I do. No one will understand me like I do. Despite that, I want to assist others in not being alone. I know this is against my view of isolation, that if people are free to do what they want, they must have loneliness, since to self-author something means that no one else can influence it. I want to give hope. I always despised hope and cringed when it was used. I just want people to carry on one more day than they thought they could. I know my stories will not be as extravagant, so why not help others live one more day to write? I then question if I'm able to handle people relying on me. To which I say no. Hell no. I'm not at all. In fact, I'm terrified, yet I know that I gotta keep going. To change means not doing what I've done. To change would be to trust myself despite feeling unworthy. I may feel depressed, hopeless, defeated, a waste of space, and like all of life is just suffering. If I let that be my story's focus, then that's all it will be. I'm in control, though mistakes and all. I'm not hopeful or happy at this moment. I'm not sad, though. I feel dread, motivation, isolation, yet a small glimmer of calmness. At the start of this, I was feeling hopeless, dread, and hatred and shame. But it's different now. Not good, but not bad. I feel anticipation, hesitation. I can already feel the voices spring up of how this won't change the trajectory of my life, and quickly my mind counters with, it won't if you choose to believe that. It's a matter of whoever wins the battle in my head. I pray that I can take up my pen and start writing my own tale. I may not be as prepared for life as I want to be. I may feel unskilled, ill-prepared, and like everything that I'm doing is meaningless. But if I believe that, then that's all that's going to happen. And the way to change my thoughts on that is to do it despite feeling so terrible. People think that confidence comes from being able to just do the task, but confidence is built off of feeling unconfident, yet still being able to complete it. I don't feel confident when I can turn on my kitchen sink, because I expect myself to be able to do that. But I feel confident when I go up and talk to a stranger, because I don't think that I can normally do that. The feeling comes after the action. So accept what you're feeling and try it anyway, because you may be wrong. I know this journal entry went on a little longer than most, and it got a little darker than most, kind of. But I wanted to let you guys know a little of what I'm actually feeling, because I don't have any answers. I truly, truly, truly thank you if you listen this far. And I hope literally any of this did anything to motivate you or make you think. I'm gonna go record other stuff despite feeling terrible. And just gonna do it anyway. See how it goes. Thank you for all your support. Have a good one. Bye.